So yesterday we got an announcement that Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, the rematch, is going to take place in Saudi Arabia, and it's going to be on December the 7th, okay? But I made that video, and immediately after that, I just think to myself, I was like, will this fight actually happen? Because when you hear of all the kind of back and forth that was going on about the location of this fight prior to that, you just think to yourself I wonder what will happen between now and December, because December is a good few months away. Like it's over 4 months away. So I'm thinking, like, what will happen? And today I go onto Twitter, and Mike Coppinger has this tweet, and it says, sources tell The Athletic, Andy Ruiz isn't expected to sign off on the rematch in Saudi Arabia unless he's guaranteed a significantly higher purse than the approximately $9 million he's guaranteed to get for fighting Anthony Joshua. Okay? Now, what I mean by that is, I said in that video I did yesterday that I expected that the only reason this fight is happening in Saudi Arabia is because there is an absolute bomb of money being thrown at, no pun intended with that, by the way. There's an absolute bomb of money being thrown at both these fighters with, Anthony Joshua. We're hearing purses in the range of 70 million, okay? Now, I said that Andy Ruiz probably looked at that and thought, okay, I'm going to make an absolute shit ton of money, so I'll take this fight. But it's actually emerged that the contract he signed originally for the fight meant that in the rematch, so I'm talking about the first fight he signed for Anthony Joshua, the one with the rematch clause. So in the rematch clause contract, basically it says that he is given a guaranteed purse for the fight. So whatever money is being thrown from these Saudis, whatever purse Joshua's going to get, whatever money this event generates, Andy Ruiz, allegedly now, because I obviously don't know, I don't have the contract for me, I don't know, I'm just saying, this is what's being reported. Allegedly, he's going to get none of that. He's going to get a flat fee, 9 million, take it or leave it, see you later. And he's not too happy about that, apparently, because he's hearing, purses of 70 million being thrown around. He's going to have to go to Jeddah, or not Jeddah, it's not in Jeddah, he's having to go to Saudi Arabia to fight a rematch with Anthony Joshua, where he really wanted this fight in America or in Mexico. He wanted to call some shots, and it looks like he's going to get a career high payday, but he's going to get nowhere near as much as Anthony Joshua, and whatever money this event generates, he's not going to see any of it, allegedly. So I can imagine Andy Ruiz is probably not too pleased with that. I'm sure he's happy that he's going to get, he'd be happy with 9 million. I'm sure he's not looking at that and saying, oh, well, that's shit. I'm sure any fighter would be happy with that. But I think that when you look at the money that's being thrown around, maybe he feels he's getting, the wrong end of the stick. Maybe he's getting shortchanged because he beat Anthony Joshua. He is the champion, and I think the only saving grace is it's on neutral ground, which is what he wanted. But it's very interesting because if this goes to court, I can't really see Andy Ruiz having a leg to stand on. Maybe with the location of the fight, if that went down maybe a legal road, maybe, because you never know, there might be loopholes or anything like that. But if you're talking about money, stuff like that, I would imagine that that's a little bit more kind of cut and dry. So I've seen a lot of people say, I think I've even seen Mike Coppinger say that, this could mean that this drags on into next year. We could see Andy Ruiz get stripped of his IBO, might even get stripped of his WBO. So, it could actually mean that we see this rematch for a WBA title only. It could mean that these heavyweight belts are just going to get thrown all over the place. And, having been so close to undisputed, we're now going to be even further away than we were a couple of years ago when Fury got stripped of all his belts. So, interesting times. Look, Andy Ruiz, he made a very, very, very nice amount of money in the first fight with Anthony Joshua. 9 million is nothing to turn your nose up at, seriously. And if he wins, the sky's the limit. Do I think maybe they could throw him a little bit more? I mean, if that kind of money was, say, 70 million, stuff like that is being talked about, I don't really see what's wrong with giving him some more. If you want this rematch to happen and you want him to sign this and agree to the rematch, because allegedly, I don't know if they're necessarily reporting that he's not signed the contract, but they're basically saying he hasn't signed off on the rematch in Saudi Arabia. So it essentially, it means that, from what I'm gathering here, it could mean that he's maybe signed the contract for the rematch, but the location was maybe up in the air. So, it is what it is. I don't really know. I'm only reporting what I'm reading here, and this is what it's saying. But, you know, it's an interesting one. Like I said in one of my previous videos, you can never really know until the two guys are in the ring swinging punches at one another. Because this is just how boxing is. It's just, you could have a fight. Like, look at Anthony Yarde, Sergey Kovalev. We are, 2 weeks away from that fight happening. And I'm still not 100% sure if that fight's going to happen. I will know when I see both guys in the ring swinging punches at one another. So, you know, that's kind of how boxing is. That's the way I've learned over the years, is how boxing is. You just never know. Until those guys are in the ring, even at a weigh-in, you never know. Until them guys are in the ring swinging punches, you just don't know. So, that's my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts down below. Do you think this rematch will happen? Do you think Andy Ruiz is maybe being a bit of a prima donna, demanding more money? Let me know down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.